Greetings everybody, my name is Captain Comedy and I'm Captain Comedy Pirates here with another unboxing video. Now for this unboxing video, it has to do with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Now, I always loved that card game as a kid. Now I don't play it as much, but I decided to buy some of my old childhood Yu-Gi-Oh decks that I played as a kid. Now, they weren't complete, I just scrapped cards from all over the place, wherever I could find them. I'm like, oh, this is the best that I can do. And it wasn't even like majority of the core of it was just a bunch of random dragon cards. And I'm like, yeah, this is my dragon deck, or this is my warrior deck, and it's just, that's how it was. But I decided to buy a tournament ready Yu-Gi-Oh deck off eBay for $29.99. Now this is a worm deck that I had as a kid. I always wanted to have a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh decks, but I only bought the ones from the store, such as Walmart and Target. And if you're interested in Yu-Gi-Oh, I do recommend buying starter packs from Yu-Gi-Oh. Of Yu-Gi-Oh from Target, Walmart, or you can watch this video and see if you think these tournament-ready Yu-Gi-Oh decks for about $20, $30 are worth it or not, So let's do it with this unboxing video. As you can see, it comes sealed off in one giant sleeve that's already broken, covered in tape. But I got this for $30, so hopefully it's worth it, Oh, it's like two sleeves in one. Okay, that makes more sense. Yeah, it's two sleeves taped together. There we go. Let's go with the first half. As you can see, we have Worm King, 2,700 attack points and 1,100 defense points. It's a reptile card with the effect that this can be attributed summon in face-up attack position by attributing one reptile worm monster, and you can tribute one reptile worm monster to select one card your opponent controls and destroy it. Comes with one copy. Worm Queen. You can tribute this card in face-up attack position by attributing one reptile monster, worm monster, and once per turn you contribute one reptile worm monster to special summon one reptile type worm monster from your deck with a level less than or equal to the attributed monster. Worm Victory. A reptile card with the flip effect of destroy all face-up monsters on the field except reptile worm monsters. This card gains 500 attack for each reptile type worm monster in your graveyard. Worm Carteros, I don't know how you pronounce that. It has the flip effect of add one level 4 or lower reptile worm monster from your deck to your hand. So you get 1, 2, 3 copies. Worm XX, I don't know how you pronounce that. XEX, I don't know. When this card is normal summon, you can send one reptile type worm monster from your deck to the graveyard. If you control a face-up worm Yagen, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. I think that's how you pronounce that card. I'm not sure. It comes with 1, 2, 3 copies. Oh, there you go. Worm Yagen, I think is how you pronounce that. If the only monster you control is Worm X or XEX, I don't know, you can special summon this card from your graveyard in face down defense position. If you do, remove it from play when it is removed from the field. When this card is flipped face up, select one face up monster your opponent controls and return it to its hand. Okay, you get 1, 2, 3 copies. Worm Prince. If this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can add one reptile type worm monster from your deck to your hand. Destroy this during the end phase if you do not control another reptile worm type monster. Okay. Worm Rakuya. This card can only declare an attack the turn it was flipped face up. If this card attacks, it is changed to face down defense position at the end of the battle phase. Worm Solid. This card gains 100 defense for each reptile or monster in your graveyard. If your opponent takes battle damage from attacking this card at the end of the battle step, select one spell or trap card from your opponent controls and destroy it. Worm Apocalypse. Flip, destroy one spell or trap card. Worm Tentacles. Once per turn, you can remove from play one reptile worm monster in your graveyard to allow this card to attack twice during the same battle phase. Worm Lynx, I think that's how you pronounce it. Flip, during the end phase, if this card is face up, draw a card. Worm Barses? I'm not sure how you pronounce that. When this card is normal summon, change one defense position monster to face up attack mode. Worm, I don't know how you pronounce that. Flip, this card gains 300 attack and defense points. And this is not a worm card, it is Evil Dragon Ananta. It is a reptile card, for it cannot be normal summon or set. Must be special summoned by banishing all reptile monsters you control and in your graveyard, and this card's attack and defense becomes the number of monsters banished times 600. Once per turn during your end phase, you can target one card on the field and destroy it. This is actually a very good card for the reptile deck. Now, the other half is the spells and traps. Viper's Rebirth is if all monsters in your graveyard are reptiles, you either target one non-tuner in your graveyard, special summon it, but destroy it during the end phase of your turn. Now this can be a very good card for summoning cards from your grave that is needed. As you see, you get 1, 2, 3 copies. Worm Call allows you once per turn, if your opponent controls a monster, and if you control no monsters, you can special summon one reptile type worm monster from your hand and face down defense position. 1, 2, 3 copies. Now, I believe everybody knows what Future Fusion does, but basically, during your first standby phase, after this card's activation, show one fusion monster in your extra deck and send the fusion materials listed on it from your main deck to the graveyard. And during your second standby phase, after this card's activation, you get to fusion summon one fusion monster from your extra deck with the same names as the monsters that you have showed, and target it with this card. And basically, when that card is destroyed, destroy this card. When this card is destroyed, destroy that card, if I'm not mistaken. You get 1 copy. Now this is W Nebula Meteorite, if I'm not mistaken. You get to change all face down monsters on the field to face up defense position, and during the end phase of this turn, change all face up light reptile monsters you control to face down defense position. Then you get to draw 1 card for each, and after that you can special summon one level 7 or higher light reptile monster from your deck. You get 1, 2, 3 copies. Then you get this trap card as a continuous trap card that says damage equal reptile. Basically, when you take damage from a battle involving a reptile monster, you get to special summon one reptile monster from your deck with attack that's less than or equal to the damage that you took. Now this is a very good summoning card, and it comes with 3 copies. Then you have Alien Brain. If a reptile monster you control is destroyed by battle with an opponent's attacking monster and sent to the graveyard, take control of the opponent monster, and if you do, it becomes a reptile. 1, 2, 3 copies. Then you have Offering to the Snake Deity, if I'm Deity, I don't know how you pronounce that. You get to target 1 face-up reptile monster you control and 2 cards your opponent controls, and they get to destroy all 3 targets, and you get 3 of them. Now you only get 2 extra deck cards, which is King of the Feral Imps. I don't know why, but this reminds me of the old movie Gizmo from Gremlins 1 and 2. But basically, this is an Xyz monster. You need 2 level 4 monsters, and its effect is once per turn you get to detach one Xyz material from this card, and you get to add one reptile monster from your deck to your hand. And you have Worm 0, which basically you get to destroy every reptile card on... Yeah, you got to use 2 or more reptile worm monsters. You need 2 reptile worm monsters, and everything else doesn't have to be a worm card, if I'm not mistaken. But basically, for each fusion material monster with a different name, you use to fusion summon this card, it gains 500 attack points, and it gains the following effects. So we have 2, it's once per turn, this card gains 500 attack points, and also gains the following... Oh no, I already read that. Once per turn, you get to select 1 reptile monster from your graveyard and special summon it and face on defense position if you have 2 or more for summoning. If you have 4, you get to remove... I can't read it from here. You can remove from play 1 reptile monster from your graveyard and send 1 monster to the field to the graveyard, and you have +6. Once per turn, you get to draw a card. Now, as you can see, that's all the cards this came in from eBay. I do say it's worth it if you are new and trying out Yu-Gi-Oh! You can buy it. It says it is tournament ready, but you can add some cards that you can get on Amazon, eBay, TCG. Like, I don't have any other worm cards but this one. Like, you can add this card. I don't know how you pronounce that name, but basically, when this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard this turn, you get to special summon it in defense position. So it's kind of like a wall monster, you know? It's in face down defense position. You attack it, face up. It doesn't really go to the grave. It comes back in defense mode. So it like saves you for 1 attack, you know? So it's kind of like a wall monster. But yeah, this is an unboxing video for Yu-Gi-Oh! Tournament ready Yu-Gi-Oh! Deck of Worm deck. That's cost $29.99. I feel like it's worth it in my opinion. I do recommend buying from eBay for tournament ready decks if you are interested in learning. But other than that, that's today's video with Yu-Gi-Oh! Unboxing. Thank you for watching today's video. Thank you for the support. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and the notification bell for future videos. Thank you everybody, and have a good day everyone.